All right, first I have to ask what it feels like to be a breastfeeding advocate.
Well, I support it. You know, women's rights, and it's the women's rights to make the babies nice and big, and breastfeeding is the way.
All right, was that surprising how the reaction to that clip was of you guys talking about breastfeeding, or has it been something you've been hearing a lot?
It did pretty well, right? A couple million views, like tons of shares. Yeah, I mean, I think it was just a very organic moment. You know, we've discussed this in private between J-Rod and I multiple times. Because there's a little bit of a size discrepancy between us, and he's always curious, like, why isn't he as big as I am? But it's not like he's small. Like, he's 200 pounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like when he's next to me, I'm slightly bigger. So, but yeah, I think the breast milking probably had something to do with it.
Did your mom see that clip?
Yeah.
What did she say?
It's very funny to her.
So back to this match. What do you think of the matchup?
Yeah, myself, Nicky Rod, the Black Belt Slayer, the Natty King versus Mason Fowler. I'm very excited to go out there and compete. You know, this is what I trained for. I trained to go out there and battle the best athletes in the world of jiu-jitsu. And tomorrow I will conquer Mr. Mason Fowler.
What are his strengths and weaknesses? What have you seen in his last matches?
You know, Mason's a very well-rounded athlete, and I'm just looking forward to going out there and implementing my game plan.
Is this the match you wanted? When you heard the name, did it get you excited, or was there somebody else on your radar?
I'm excited to compete in general. You know, I want all the best guys. Mason's obviously one of the best grapplers in the world. So, you know, I'm happy to compete against all the best grapplers that the sport has to offer. And, you know, whether it's Mason or any other big names, you know, I'm ready for it.
What sort of match are you expecting from him? Do you see a quick finish in there, or do you feel like it's going to go the whole distance?
I'm the kind of grappler that doesn't force anything. I like to allow the technique to find itself. So I just kind of get to my grips, get to my ties, and you know, just go with the flow. Whatever happens, happens.
Do you have somebody in mind for your next one?
My next match, I'll be taking some time to prepare for the World Championships. But afterwards, I would like, I mean, if Gordon's out of retirement, I really like that match. That's very interesting to me.
What about, I heard that you were offered a bare-knuckle MMA fight. Was that something you actually seriously considered?
A MMA fight?
A bare-knuckle?
Oh yeah. Yeah, a bare-knuckle MMA fight. Yeah, I was offered it. It wasn't quite enough money, but if the check was right, I would absolutely do that. You know, I'm an athletic guy. I understand how to learn. You know, I think if I take 6 months, my striking can be sufficient enough to take down, you know, a decent MMA fighter and hold him down and implement my will against his. But you know, bare knuckle MMA, I'm interested. If the check's big enough, you know, I'll pull up. Especially if it's against a grappler that I don't like, I'd be happy to hop in a cage with him.
Is there a name? Because it sounds like you were thinking of something. I saw a twinkle in your eye when you said grappler you don't like.
Well, we dropped a social media, a social media post on our B Team Jiu-Jitsu YouTube channel. You guys go check it out if you want. But it was just me calling out like one or two grapplers that I personally don't like, and I was like, pretty much the gist of it. I was like, if you don't want to grapple, maybe we could fight. You know, we could fight in a professional setting. And they didn't like that response. They didn't respond to that.
Who was it? You don't want to reveal it. You want people to watch. All right. And would you agree to do it like versus a striker? Would that be something like? Would you actually want to do an MMA fight and actually not grapple in it, or at least for a little?
I would have an MMA fight against a striker, yeah, but I would take him down. You know, that's you gotta play towards your strengths. You know, like somebody that's been striking for 10+ years is like me striking for 6 months doesn't really compare to that. So, you know, we would use the Bo Nickel style, you know, work a little bit of fakes to get in close, put him down, and go to more time from there.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.